nobody did anything to you.
Yeah, I said I got with you. Why? Because you ran off in there when I went in there. What you was gonna do? Talking to some dude, just standing there looking at you. You looking at him. You cooking. You just had a whole session. That's what you do. You have said, I don't agree with it. You're my wife. I hold it down. You said, why I'm in the couch laying down? Because I'm physically sick. I have some shit going on in my back. Possible cancer. Many things going on. What are you talking about? Explain yourself. It's always some men. Men. I don't agree with it. Nor do I have to. No man do. Because if I let me meet his wife, ever since the kids, when I was raising the kids, that's been my format. Sexual misconduct. If your wife, woman, is on someplace and she got everything locked up, every phone, laptops, everything locked up, fingerprint, got another phone, she has everything all accessible and locked up in the room. I have witness, I have notes, everything. And every day I have to live that. And when you wake up in the morning, since you want to get real, what really happens? You want to fiend.
You were going through my things like a child. You were calling people up that were on. You were pretending to be me. You were calling up other people that were on my Facebook and in my chat and speaking to them about me. You were contacting people lying on me. The pastor and his wife.
What?
My friend Kevon. Okay. The other guy from the group.
What guy? Group. This is the problem, people. Why are you on a group?
Why
don't your husband know you're on a group? I don't approve of that. Just like holidays.
There's different people.
Different people. That's what you do.
So you're lying.
Why would I lie?
You're lying and you're giving false witness of me.
How many times you left?
You tell me to get out. You push me out.
If you're not
just like now.
Yes.
I knew that you were going to start an argument, and I have to beg you to not argue. I have to beg you to calm your spirit.
And what I'm doing,
this is my room.
Your room?
Yes. You don't sleep in here.
No, I've been on the couch for how long? Last 15 years? Why?
We haven't been here 15 years.
Well,
Stop lying.
I've been on the couch, not before I came here.
Right. We haven't been here 15 years, so how is it 15 years?
Well, this has been on 12 years. Well,
you didn't start out on the couch when we started living here, so how is it 12 years?
Okay,
I kicked you out of the freaking room, would not let you come back in.
That's not true. Not at all. I would know.
Yeah.
You were up all night, and I had to go to work at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's right. I was fat and I had gained weight, and you thought that I was done. Yeah, a matter of fact, that is how it freaking started at first.
Your weight never had a problem.
Yeah, you were having your fill, cheating on me, doing whatever you wanted, and you thought that I didn't know. You used to make animal sounds and noises when I passed by you.
I still do that.
I was going to school.
Going to school what?
Full time for myself and doing your schoolwork when I came home. And when I was at school, you would accuse me of cheating, and I wasn't.
No, you were cheating.
So eventually, you moved out of the room onto the sofa. But it wasn't no 12 years, and it certainly wasn't 15 years. It's been more like 8 or 10 years.
What's the difference? Okay, so you're right. Okay. How many years? I haven't been in this bedroom.
Regardless,
you
come into my space and disturb my peace.
Really?
You give false witness of me.
Why am I here now?
You tell me to get out.
Yeah, why?
You don't give me any space for peace.
You don't want you get your check and you left out and you leave us all high and dry. Me and the kids.
That's a lie. You take my money usually and then you tell me to get out and you terrorize me like you're doing right now. I just wanted to sit here in peace. I had to beg you to please not argue with me. And it escalated to the point where, again, the demon in you, like I said, wants to feed. You asked me to turn this on so that you could feed. You want to see yourself?
Yes, I know.
You really you get off on terrorizing me. You won't go to the barbershop with the guys.
Why would I go to the barbershop?
You won't go around no grown ass men with that strong personality where you like to argue and you like to debate. I can't say nothing out of my mouth. You say you don't like the information that I give you, but then when I'm quiet and I just listen to you, you're angry because I don't talk.
You're a liar, Regina.
That's not a lie. That's the truth. You're giving false witness right now, Ken. You're lying, Ken.
You're talking to a man. That's why I'm mad. You're on the phone with another man. I came up on you last night. You were cooking. You was on the thing for about an hour downstairs.
Talking to a group who was talking.
I don't care. He would know, but he was exclusive up there. I know about
talking about abuse.
No man will
she was
go
talking
for
about
what
her
you're doing.
abusive patterns. She was talking about getting to know her own self and centering herself. She was talking about abusive relationships and centering herself.
Why was the guy up there?
She was talking about spirituality. He runs the group and he offers the group to anybody that wants to tell their story.
So that's what we're talking about.
He happens to be a male. But because you...
Who is a man?
think with your penis and you think with that part of your core, you think that everybody else does. Then why can't you grow up and realize that there was a space? I don't want to spend my time and my energy arguing with you.
You don't have to,
Then why do I have to beg you to please leave? I asked you to stop arguing with me and to leave.
You started the argument.
No, I didn't, Ken. You're a liar. You told me to put the camera on.
He's a group leader. Why was I introduced? I'm your husband that don't approve, that you done left him many times sexually. You went to got catfish a couple of times. Send fly for you.
You told me to leave. You told me to get out.
I tell you all the time. We always tell each other to leave. Like you told me to leave. That's just a common.
So I went for business opportunities. Those people were plugged into the conscious community. They had shows of their own already. You don't help me. You oppose me at every turn. So I went thinking that I was going to have partnership to be able to help myself grow in this business. And yes, it didn't work out. I knew that it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So I came back here to my family and my daughter.
No, that's not true.
Because it was I really wanted to make something of myself in this, but I went about it the wrong way. And one reason why is because you provoked me. You give me this energy I've been dealing with every day, and I'm a peaceful person. You're not even listening to me. You're feeding a demon in you.
You go different places. You spend the night out at different men's house.
And what it is it's a false accuser. It provokes you to go into the direction, and it tries to entrap you.
You have been to men's house, spent the night out, and then recently.
It tries to send you in the direction, and then once you're there, like the whole time we've been together, he does self-defeating prophecy with his mouth. He'll curse me with his mouth, and he'll say that I am doing things and I am things that I'm not.
Stay right now,
and he'll use your past against you, not his own, not his own lying, thieving, murderous, freaking, adulterous past. But someone else's that he wants to point the finger at. And no matter how much I try to love him and try to help him deal with his own flaws, I can butter him up and pamper him and put flowers on him and stuff. He doesn't appreciate anything. He'll find a reason to hate everything. And I hide. He's like a festering wound. And he doesn't want to heal himself. This is what I mean by hurt people. And what he does is, because of his design, his mouth is at his core. He's a Scorpio, and he's attached to he's attached to that part of our primitive self. And so the men, and he's an alpha male, so the men really are triggered by him. And he uses this playbook. The playbook is all you got to do is mention what somebody did wrong. A past offense or something that would, it doesn't even have to be true. Like now, I haven't done any sexual conduct. I've corrected my ways, even though he's the one who told me to go out. He's even told his friends to contact me so that he could entrap me. He's done that in the past. And he's a liar. He's a provoker. He's a false witness on me. Takes my money and then tells me to leave. Tells me to go to the shelter. Tells me to go on my back like I came in.
Why is she not going out, family? Because you know what? She's a user. That's the reason why she back. I look out. I'm physically sick now. I'm at my age, whatever. I'm not crying. She don't want to.
I helped you get your degree, Ken.
Help me what?
I've been taking this kind of abuse from you every day that we've been together. You like to argue.
You was on fucking pain pills.
Because I made an oath to my daughters.
7 years
and this demon that laid an egg inside of your fucking guts
so for the whole 13
uses
years
that.
So come on,
I allow that to be used
to
its advantage. But it actually turned out to my advantage because I get to see this demonic energy show itself. And there's no way to go back. You need to feed. And so you feed off me every day. I be asking you to go around grown men to the barbershop, go around other men, open our door up to family. I don't have your brother's number. I don't have your cousin's number. Your cousin Lisa calls you, hang up the phone. You isolate me. I made friends with the pastor and his wife, and you called them up telling lies on me. And told them that I said that I was going over their house, and you knew that I said I was going to the gym. You would call them and stir them up inside so that you could develop a sense of,
I'm not one person.
Like they would think that I might be lying or something. Like it took them years to realize that it wasn't me and that it was you. But because of all the pain and problems that you cause, I don't even talk to them anymore. But the bottom line is that you have a demon inside of you that wants to feed. If you hold it down, you don't need a woman's money. If you hold it down, you would appreciate me cooking and cleaning. And you appreciate me trying to put Band-Aids on your freaking soul. But you can't because darkness cannot transcend light.
Too much starch. Too much rice.
I cook for him, and then he complains about.
She cook a good meal, and then got some sugar.
This is the guy who wants to order pizza.
When?
Chinese food, gets burgers when he's out, fries from McDonald's.
I got 100
that's
pounds
the
less
nature,
now.
your nature.
I still do my thing, but I don't got my woman behind me.
Can I ask you again, Ken? Can we stop arguing? Can you stop arguing?
I'm not arguing now. I'm telling my story as you tell yours. So she'll call this an argument because I'm passionate about what I say.
You're getting off.
I mean what I say. Now she said I'm getting off.
You are.
Because she don't like the truth. Because she sit there and lie. She like other men. She fantasized about not only that.
And I find this really embarrassing. I actually was hiding it because I don't want anybody to know.
She don't want to be around nobody. She want to be by herself.
Because nobody really cares, like you told me,
no,
right?
I'm not going.
Nobody cares, right? You told me, right?
What? No, who? I don't know who cared.
You told me nobody cares.
Nobody cares but the Most High. You know
yes, the Most High cares. I know the Most High cares.
Whatever, it doesn't make me a difference. I got my degree. I got all mines. I can do what I need to do. Right now, I'm going through a spiritual battle. It's okay, because I love the box. It don't make a difference. It has nothing to do with her. I don't want to be a woman.
Why are you fighting me? I'm just trying to get my degree. Now that I helped you I'm trying to make the space for the business that I need, for what I believe in.
All she do is call men. For 10 years, she's been on that thing, everyday information. Not one thing. She got hundreds of books around here all day long. Books you don't even read.
You're jealous of my books.
Jealous of what?
You're jealous of my teachers.
For what?
You're jealous of me looking at the freaking trees.
I pay the rent every month.
You're jealous when I go in the backyard. You're jealous if I spend too much time downstairs in the laundry room. You're jealous if I'm watching a teacher on the internet.
She don't teach nobody. We got big dogs. What she taught our daughters? I teach them. Sexual misconduct. I teach them every week. Get anything to do with Black history. This is who you are.
I don't want to defend myself. I don't want to have to do this every day. I don't want to have to talk to you and share my space with you arguing, yelling, and screaming. And I paid my rent, and I did what I need to do. I'm still cooking and cleaning and offering whatever it is that I need to do.
She cooking and cleaning. Who doesn't do that?
I just want you to go.
Look at the house. You cooking and cleaning. It makes no sense. She want me to go because she don't want to be a woman.
It's first thing in the morning, and I didn't even get to do what I needed to do for myself before you start arguing.
You just put a camera on me, though.
You told me to show what you're doing, as if you're justified to keep treating me like this.
Like what? We're treating each other. Who gives you the right to say you're not treating me?
I'm telling you I don't want to participate, but because you won't leave the room or the house, you'll follow me around.
Why am I in here?
Energy.
Why am I in here? You've been in here about 5 times to tell me you didn't leave all day. You was surrounding me.
No, I wasn't. That's a lie. You're lying right now.
You came in here too. I was on the phone doing my lawyer business.
Me and my daughter were around the house.
She didn't stay for 10, 15 minutes.
In the morning time, and neither did I. I came back in this room.
I be in there. You'll come in
your
there.
Your lawyer stuff to something that even.
So what? It don't get what it is. It don't get what it is. So you ain't a lie? That means you told which going. You ain't a lie?
I do my best. What?
Huh? You ain't nothing but a liar.
No, I'm not.
Your shit not lie? Why is your laptop locked? For what reason?
Because you be calling people up and hacking my stuff.
Like what?
You be acting like you're me sometimes and
well,
going on my devices, contacting people and telling them lies and giving false witness of me.
The truth stops right there. A lie continues on. The truth always prevails. You got sexual issues. Anybody know you? No, you got sexual issues. That's all you talk about. And you start laughing and acting goofy. I don't have any sexual issues. Yes, you do, because that's all you talk about. Everything you talk about sex.
No, that's you projecting again.
I talk about certain conduct because that's something that I had to overcome. So I'm not saying I'm excluded, but listen, you don't want no help. You don't want no help though.
I'm going to stop talking.
I know, because you don't want to, because what you want is just every day. I know how to stop this right here. I done did it one time. You don't want to stop, but I'm starting every day. Because that's what you do. You want to sit around, you want to stop. Nobody want to hear about your mom. When you get high, don't come with no mom shit. Pay for it.
My daughters and my
Well,
grandchildren
daughters
can
what,
visit me.
What you mean?
I
So why
don't
you can
need
do that,
no
though?
relationship. Matter of fact, I don't want one anymore.
All right, whatever, Regina. However you say, whatever you talk, you've been saying for 20 years, though. I've been taking care of
around
you.
people that
That's
want to
okay.
heal
So
themselves and have a better environment
So what's the
and
deal
not
then?
want this. I don't want to have to ever encounter this
All right.
again.
Oh, you've been cheating on me the whole
There's
time.
nothing I can do
You've
about
been
it.
cheating on me the whole time. You're still doing it.
You're
Your
a
shit locked up
liar.
because you talk the
Excuse
negative.
me.
That's all you do. And you talk about me, talk about yourself, you make yourself.
You're a
listen,
liar, but you're
that's
dealing
your
with weak
proof.
minds. You're hoping to reach those weak
Oh,
minds
what?
that
Weak
all
minds.
you got to do is use
You're the
that
weak mind.
playbook
You are the
that
weak
I had
mind.
told Preston
I'm
about years ago.
Group
All
chat,
you got to
nothing.
do is mention something that
People
will
ask
trigger
me.
something in
trigger
someone's
me.
mind.
You're a cheater, triggers
Like,
me.
right, he keeps saying
No
the
man
same
want no
things. A
trick.
cheater,
Listen,
a liar.
You are though.
I mean,
But you are though.
what men go through.
I never hear you on the phone. You know why? Because you
What will
always be on the
trigger
phone.
me on most is thinking about a
A
trifling
cheating
woman.
woman. He put him
And
in the grave,
inside,
or he'll cry
once you
a baby.
think that somebody is trifling, they automatically become unworthy of any kind of humanity. In our minds, it's just the way that we're built. If you can say that somebody did something wrong in their past, or you can accuse them, the accuser, roaming back and forth like a roaring lion, back and forth between heaven. My room be having chimes and bells and peaceful. I be learning information. That means story. That means light code. That means information. That's the Christ spirit. And he'll come in here and just start arguing because it's not the kind of information that he wants.
No, what I do,
off and on, yes,
so
all
let me
day
protect
you
myself.
do
What I
this.
do, I walk
And so that's part of the playbook is that whenever I try to tell somebody, this is what's happening, he'll say she cheated on me. He'll say she lies. He'll say she stole. He'll say that she's a drug addict or anything that accuse somebody. Even if it's not true right now, even if it was true once before, even if I've been redeemed, and I'm just trying to find my peace. I'm supposed to walk away from my daughter.
I come home. My wife
keep walking away from this space. And he has help. There's other demons helping him.
The way she's talking now, I got pictures and videos.
Gang stalking,
now she's saying gang stalking.
targeted
I don't even know what that is,
individual.
nor do I care.
Part of mind
That
control
was about mind control.
is to keep talking at somebody and get them and their spirit off guard. And then once they're spiritually, he sees it. Once they're spiritually off guard inside,
you said
he's dictating his own. He's doing a lot of hypnotism and stuff, and that was his power that I looked up. Scorpio, December.
What do that got to do with behavior?
11, 19,
what that have to do with
65. Because your astrology, especially if you do human design, you can see how his throat chakra, or what we call chakra, his energy center or porthole for his throat, is using for demonic energy instead of for. It could have went either way for him. And I presented him with that opportunity over and over again to use his gift of persuasion to help people, but he's addicted to arguing and negativity far too much.
She said, I'm arguing.
So no matter what I do to try to promote him or provoke him for positivity, that demonic energy can't hear. This is part of the lesson. Also, whatever weakness that you have, just like the demons, he will use it to exploit you,
we all got demons,
to cause a feeling in you,
we all have
or
demons,
to jar someone else that's not you to feel a certain way about you.
So I'd rather go to my book of truth in order to get the truth, not mislead you through man. Man always misleads you. When you get the word, what you can't see, but you believe through faith.
And that's part of the playbook.
So you can't put me on the internet
to keep talking.
Because once the spirit comes to me, you know what I'm saying?
So if you carry the frequency, like
darkness don't comprehend that
you're
shit.
telling the truth,
you know
like
what I'm
actors.
saying? That's what it means, the word.
If you keep using things that will trigger people, they're not really listening to everything. They're only hearing the parts that they find offensive. They're not hearing that he's following me around the house and I have no peace, that he already took the rent money, that he's verbally abusive. It's not just me he does this to, it's our daughter. That all I want is a place to be peaceful
She said, I take
and
the rent money. She only get $1,000 a month. How's everything getting paid? Car shop, insurance, food. She can go wherever she wants, when she wants, if she really want to go.
No, when I leave just to go to the store or even in parts of the house, you'll do this to me because you're feeling insecure. So if I'm out of your sight, or even if you start feeling down about yourself, you'll come look for me.
She said, look for her.
You'll come look for me and you'll do this. we were peaceful. I gotta beg him. I'd be like, I feel it coming.
I'd be like, okay. That's not true. You came for me, though.
Now, you know I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to hurt you. Calm yourself down. Take a deep breath. Okay, I won't talk about that. I am not lying. I'll be like, we're not going to talk about that.
You didn't come to get me?
I was writing down.
You didn't come to get me, yes or no?
Actually, you came in here. You told me to wait, and I waited for you, and then you came in
Why
here.
Why did I tell you to wait?
So you're bending the truth and lying, and that's one of the skills that you do.
Why did you tell me to wait?
You use all these ridiculous angles.
What you angle? That's an angle you just did.
You'll keep.
That was a trick you
You're like a
when you
dog
was
with a
little.
bone.
No.
This is the art that you have, the
don't try
gift
to
that you
switch
have, but instead of doing something positive,
you said to wait.
You're a fucking liar, though.
There you go.
And there's a demon in you.
That's a demon right
and
there.
And you're harassing me. I just want you to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Really? And you won't.
Really?
You keep accusing me of stuff and you want me to defend myself. If I defend myself, I look like I want to be a participant. So this is a dance. See, he says something else. I called him in here. Now I have to address that. I did not call him in here. Recall back when you were saying that I was bothering him and I was prancing back and forth and I had to say, no, me and my daughter were both around you and you told me to wait. So then he came in here. He came in here when he wanted to, when he got good and ready to. And then it was peaceful. We were sitting here and it was peaceful. And then I was writing in my book and I was taking notes. He got angry because I wasn't listening to his regular, all his conversation is negative. So I said, well, one thing that we can talk about that's positive is how the brain works and cognitive and the left and right hemisphere of the brain. You know that information, honey. Right. I know we can share that conversation. And he says to me,
I was vague on that.
He got mad, right. He got mad because he's vague on it. And because I wasn't paying him attention. So then, here he goes. That's how it started. And I said, well, I don't want to argue.
No, that's not what you said.
If I can't contribute to the conversation with my information and you're the only one that can talk or we end up in an argument, that's not fair to me. So I was letting you talk. And then when I let you talk, you get mad because you say I'm not talking. So I was just taking my feelings and what I'm resorting to. Like he said, I got books all around here. Because what I have to resort to is my higher thoughts and emotions. I have to write down in a book because I cannot share them with him. He can't share those things with me. So if I tell him anything about life force energy, if I tell him anything about...
I asked him, what is life force energy? And he should go, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. You don't explain what. Like anything that you give to someone, you don't
Everything
explain.
Is an argument.
That's why you don't
and
have an
when
audience.
I go to tell him what it is that I'm speaking about, he'll start arguing with me. And it'll turn into a whole nother situation.
You don't listen to nothing.
And that's another trigger. I'm telling the truth.
She don't know how to
is
get
a lie. There's another trigger. She don't know how to get any money. What did that have to do with what we were saying?
Everything.
You know, and that I'm a liar. He's the tainted woman again. And all these things are wrong. I worked double time to try to erase any kind of insurrection so that I can spiritually stand up and combat these lies. You're lying.
You went through 100 groups and nothing right now got you where you need to be. Be free away from me or anybody. You're still in your own misery because you do your own thing. You want to blame me for your shit. I took all your fucking abuse when you fucking doped out for fucking 10 years.
I'm showing what's going on. And I'm trying to figure out how I can change my energy enough to stop this because I can't change you. So
stop getting high.
All I need to do is be able to find my own apartment. There you go again. You did it again with your accusation. So you can get high. I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and a license. I got a license to smoke marijuana. No, my license is not up to date right now, but you don't have any, and you're a licensed fucking counselor, a drug and alcohol counselor, and there you go accusing me, okay? And so with you're the accuser, you gotta accuse me, okay? I need money to be able to update my license. So you bring the marijuana into the house because you know it's a system of control. That's not a lie at all. I just told the entire freaking truth. And you're a drug and alcohol counselor. You're an abuse victim counselor.
Abusive?
You're a domestic. You teach other men how to deal with their domestic stuff. Okay?
You do too.
And I helped you get that degree. Okay? And this is what you do with it. Like I was saying in a prior video, you've been using it to lord over me.
I went to, they brothers, sisters, and cousins helped them have paper.
All I want you to do is leave the room.
Did you not know that?
All I want you to do is leave the room.
Give me a light. I ain't got no problem. Because all you do is give them lie. You are a liar, and people
I told the truth. I told the truth.
Truth about what?
I told the truth.
What you do is you meet men on there and women to satisfy your shit.
I've been called a liar since I was a little girl by spirits like him. Spirits, demonic spirit inhabiting his body. I can't even blame him. He just allowed himself to be taken over by whatever it is that laid an egg inside his fucking gut.
They're going to catch hell.
And because of the person that I was,
all day long, fam. This is what she do all day long. And look at her shit. And then she's allowed everybody to see how she really lived. I would never do that. That's an embarrassment because it shows
the truth is an embarrassment.
The truth. The truth is what you see around.
The lie.
I can give
the
her
truth will set you free.
The truth is the truth that my wife for 20-something years had sexual misconduct.
That's
she
not
always
true.
value some other sexual. Everything she talk about is and all this right here. Who doesn't then call Yah or whatever Most High? This is very denounceable. But I want to stop. It is all she ever taught.
I gotta stop. This is the way it'll go all
you gotta
day.
Stop getting hot.
Unless I stop talking to him.
I
have to literally stop talking to him and ignore him totally.
Because of my
Usually I put my earphones on. You know,
because of my
I'll have to do that in order.
She'll make me a poison meal and say,
I
did this right here for you. If you cook me a good meal, you say, honey, you
I had to embarrass myself and
allow
the camera to go on. Like at his request, he requested that. And I agreed to it, and I turned this on.
Yeah, but to see who you are, we were both at
right.
fault.
That enjoys you because I'm not fixed up or anything, and you enjoy that.
Yeah, and what you
know, because you feel like it's a form of humiliation. But all I want is for those people who deal with the truth
and put their
to be able to see the truth.
Or if you ever clean
all I need to do is be able to
and you got your whole. Everybody know all about
rent
you.
me an apartment.
Everybody knows
and a home.
what you do.
Why can't I find an apartment and home to rent? For myself,
to
be away from this because I do have rent, as I already stated. So I don't have to give him my rent money. I can give it to somebody else. I can even have roommates.
This is what we're going through.
That I can talk to.
That's it.
As
see,
a
I
human
don't
being,
need nobody but the Most High. Whatever the Most High from out, I look for another situation like mine at almost 60 years old. And I'm going to look for somebody else to take care of me and my ways. And I know how I am. Why would I go to anybody but the Most High? Say, Lord, you've been giving me thus this far. I know you're going to take care of me. Not some wicked, evil shit that constantly goes on all day. And when they get a little well, they start talking, I'm going to do this, and I get my, that's all I ever hear. If when I was getting money, not getting it, where I'm at right now, that's all they talk. Anybody that got that type of abuse, they want to be by themselves. And they always need, you never can satisfy them until they see this little diamond ring. Oh, this shiny diamond ring. Oh,
you don't believe me.
Meanwhile, if you meet if you give to your homeboy, how you doing? When a cat see your girl in any kind of, if she pretty or halfway decent, nigga already thirsty. If not, so when a cat see another man, it's a respect thing. When your woman, when your women do that, when you go and see another man's face, and vice versa, because it goes into your moral conduct. When we go into the negative aspect of it, fam. See, I know what I know, but when you get emotionally entangled with your spouse, because it ain't only this household, it's all over. If my daughter come in, Dad, oh, wait a minute. Is your plate clean? Well, I got it. Then you can't tell me nothing much. You can suggest. But when you talk about the Most High, when you say Most High, is there a name on it? Or if there's a Most High, you might be calling on a demon. The Most Highest demon on this earth. Because he clearly say he didn't bring peace on this earth right here. He clearly say he ain't bring no peace because he got to clean it up. You find your place. You know what I'm saying? I know what this right here is, and this right here ain't healthy. It ain't about you no more, Regina. It's not about you no more. Your abuse. You called me in here and smoke, kept the big roach over there and shit. Yes, you did. You were calling all day talking. I got the entourage. I'm on the phone. You kept going. And I know what you want. The only time you come around me.
A bad person?
Yeah, yes it does. Yes,
you
yes,
smoke and
yes, yes. All night they go.
Oh wow! So
yes,
as long
yes,
as I have
yes.
something,
It does make you. I've been doing that shit for 13, 14 years. I've been supplying you marijuana. Without even smoking the last 2 years. 2 years I started smoking. And now smoking is really, all you want is more and more. You don't care no rent get paid. I better slap my leg and go and get my what's called. Why she sit there and tell my face. You talking about some people you don't even fucking know. So you go, please take that chance. Okay. You know but a lie. I see you go there and try to lie. You nothing but a lie. know you do what you do. Some guy. That guy got a bunch of women telling him his information, a bunch of women. What the fuck he know? You don't know if he got a whole harem of y'all motherfuckers doing what he do. You don't even know that. I gotta listen to my wife tell me when she gonna leave here. I got PTSD and I'm like, you ain't got no fucking license, you fucking liar. You ain't nothing but it. I don't want nobody around me like that, lie like that. You'll put my ass under the motherfuckers, yeah, man. That's why I be out there like that. You terrorize me all day. While I'm over here, where my wife at? She's somewhere trying to feel fucking good, laying her childhood. You 50 now. Your childhood never come back. Help some other young girl that needs you there. Don't fucking lie trying to make yourself look good.
I wouldn't lie to you, young woman. He's trying to engage me.
I give you a fucking credit. You ain't gonna take full credit. You got me fucked up. You benefit from that shit.
I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just telling the truth. Because he's accusing all the time. I just need to tell my part.
You don't want to get honest and shit. Call some people that you don't fucking even know on internet. They just like all y'all fucking saying a bunch of fucking lying. That's why you get on nonsense.
And he be trying to throw me in the hospital.
Aren't you introduced to one of your homeboys? Introduce one so they can fuck you?
I never said that.
Always respect. I never ran from any of your girlfriends or any of your...
Ken, can you please leave?
Like you're doing me a favor and shit. You're doing me a favor because you're here. I need to go somewhere where I can just be. You never honor up to what you say. Never. Then you talk, oh my daughter, what you do for them girls, yo?
I'm a pure and true symbol. I'm guided by the light. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of the Most High. May cross through my knowledge. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration across through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell within the highest realms of light may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. And I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light, and no being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and life frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration may cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I am a pure and true symbol. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol, and I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. Can you please use your counseling skills now? I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. And no being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. I invoke the light source from within. That's the frequency I'm supposed to leave with my daughter. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration. And will cross through my dwelling. So as you can see, this is where a lot of my energy is being diverted. I want to get some water, but I can't go in the kitchen, or I don't want to go in the kitchen right now because it'll be more provoking. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. I am a pure and true symbol. I am guided by the light. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. I invoke the light source from within. It's like it's waiting for me to just be quiet. So that it's like, okay, well, I beat you enough spiritually. I beat you down enough with those frequencies and vibrations and lies that you feel like you have to defend,
All my kids pretty much out here from me, so ain't got no love. You most definitely one of the closest to me. You got no love, so I'm by myself, so I really got to fight. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna give up. Go through shit, I ain't be strong. Man. Fuck that bullshit. I don't know how to do it.
all that from looking at a piece of paper, from writing some notes down while he was talking about, I don't know what he was talking about before. Doesn't even matter. I know it wasn't positive. Interrupted me learning genetics. I had to put it away. Turn my headphones off. Put my stuff away. So, that's spiritual warfare. That's entanglement. No being but those who dwell in the highest realms of heart and light, frequency vibration will cross through my dwelling. My dwelling place is with the Most High. You can't change that. Fuck out of here with that. My axis goes wherever my ass goes. Remember that. You know? My axis goes wherever my ass goes. I don't want to say it too loud. I might sound too positive and the demon re-up and come back and try to feed again. I just like to grow up with people that are always accusing you of stuff. Like they have the worst behavior and they teach you the behavior. Then you go and you do the behavior too. And they accuse you. You're not allowed to mention their behavior. They're the accusers. Now if you clean your behavior up, don't act like you just did that stuff yesterday. Because they can't deal with the fact that you want to better yourself. It pains them. It's not even them. It's the pain. You know? But it definitely, that pain wants to anchor in there. It wants to get a hook. You know? That really sucks. They They want you to feel so bad about yourself. But what I'm saying is that if you're really working on yourself and you've done things in your past that you feel ashamed or guilty of, maybe that's a sign that you need to clean it up if you haven't already. But I've already aligned myself spiritually. And I'm not playing. There's a lot at stake for me. Frankly, you're not worth me fucking that up. So the Most High is my axis, my heart, my angel blue, my grandmothers, my bloodline, my grandchildren, my children. And I ain't messing that up because you look good. Or because you have money. Do you match up? Is the Most High going to be happy with you spending time in my space? Then I could finally study and have to fight so hard just for my information. It's just so wild. I'm telling you from day one. Back when I was studying with Seven at the Resistance, they would call and we would be on the Skype line, and he would be in the background screaming at me. I'd be go to school and come home. While I was at school, he'd be calling me, accusing me of being with some guys. When I came home, he didn't like me sharing my space and my consciousness with anybody else but him. But he's limited in conversation and refuses to learn anything outside the regular social conditioning, I'll just say. And as a woman, I really do empathize. It's not cool to go dogging your men out because they don't have as much education as you, or because they're not what you would want them to be. Like, who are you to do that, right? That's not what this is. Nope. What it is that the narcissist takes the empathy that you would have, where you would correct yourself and shift yourself to help them adjust so you can have harmony. And they keep twisting it and twisting it and twisting it and twisting it and twisting it. And I already aforementioned the tools they use, past offenses, things that would offend other people. But there's a frequency of discord, disharmony right there. And through that, you can program. You can actually program people. David Snyder teaches that. It's one of the techniques that people use to hypnotize others and disarm them. It's actually noted that through trauma, the Nazi paperclip scientist trained mind-controlled people. And that's a science and techniques that are actually still used today in our culture. Would probably be basic training for an operative to know how to get somebody disarmed and alert inside and feel that frequency of scatter, even if it's just the electronic interference, being startled or confused or unsure. So that frequency creates static, and that static keeps you from making the connectivity that you need to make. So beyond just saying that you can repair your own body, right? Beyond just saying that, talking about being able to communicate with your DNA through embedding on a different level, through a different dimension. So if you can take away someone's concentration, you take their ability to do embedding through their DNA, like EMF wave, transitional wave, via concentration, recursive wave, the ability to go back to a center point, to pay attention, to conceptualize, the ability to keep going back, to be able to retrieve that information. It's a lot to do with behavioral change, cognition, cognitive, congealing, perception, mass. Through the energy of the recursive wave, the ability to go back and to that central point of recollection, just like in behavior modification, you're able to shift through that energy because you created a field, right? Another field. In behavior modification, it's through repetition. And genetics, it's through fusion. And in your thoughts, it's through repetition, through recollection, through recursion, the recursive wave. Allows you to be able to concentrate. And if you can connect with the other frequency, another healing way, like the reason why you're connecting with it, is the difference between negative and positive pull in regards to this. So anyway, my brain was just like oxidation and reduction. No, don't go there. Don't go there. If you're studying biology, you'll get that joke. Negative and positive, and then your brain does oxidation and reduction. And it's like, okay, oxidation is loss of neutrons. Anyway, when you've been called a liar since you were a child, and you've watched demons inhabit people, and you can see them, and you know that other people can't, it's kind of like being a prisoner, okay? Because those demonic energies know that you can see them and they act out. And perhaps the meat sack that they're in won't know. And the best medicine you can have is to know yourself. The best medicine my children can have is my support and my truth. Brown to the boogie, down to the bone, to the flesh, to the atom, to the cell. All is frequency and vibration. All is atom. All is my center of access. And no matter where I am, I take it with me. Because wherever you go, there you be. So if I carry with me the thing that I love the most, and that's my Creator, and my ancestors, and my will to want to be, for lack of a better person, the best person that I can be, then I take that with me wherever I go. So they can throw you off your axis. They can throw you off your axis, but they can't change the way you act, so to speak. Like, they can't change the center point of who you are. It's always going to be what's in your heart. So if you change what's in your heart, and your heart really wants to align with the Most High, and with aligning with greater purpose, which is to help others, not just yourself, then it becomes fractal. And right now, everything is Everything is aligning for the purpose of the Most High and is evolving. Like, you'll get your lesson in what you need. Like, I know what you want. I know what you came for, but I ain't saying nothing. And so, be thankful for the little things. Count it all joy when you're tested. And you can smile and know. And I'm just like, what? The time is now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know the time is now. And, I know I want to be in that number when the saints come walking in. And I'll do my part. Because that's what I chose, and that's what I am. That's what I think I chose. It's really what I am. And we're all here to be what we are. And to learn and do what we gotta do. I don't gotta know everything. But I do gotta know that I consider the Most High. And I consider my family. People like me. In all my ways. Demons. Spiritual energy. It's all energy. And we've been infested. People have been taking advantage of that, and literally, like, when they get overloaded with demons from all the darkness they do, they unload them on somebody else. And if you will accept them and carry them in your naiveness or in the frequency, if it's there and it will connect, then the accusation, the accuser wins. But the accuser is also the victim. The accuser is also the victim. So watch how we judge one another and our insanity. You think you're sane in this world of demons? Good luck with that. By acknowledging my lack of unity with what is really true and real, I bring more wholeness to myself than trying to claim that I'm just whole. That I'm incomplete, first of all, being in this body. I'm incomplete being in this body when the rest of the body doesn't know what's going on. So we're not all conscious, especially if there's a consciousness grid. So we all need to get conscious that we can grow. Like, can't go anywhere by yourself, and if you did, is there enough? I don't know. I was just thinking of some other thing that I won't go into. All right, so yeah, I will. Like, everything happens for a reason, and the Most High is just so perfect, so perfect. Like how we breathe out carbon dioxide and breathe in oxygen. How everything is in unison, symmetry, synchronistic. on a rhythm, on a clock. And if you were to be by yourself, there is no by yourself, because you couldn't live. Because everything that was there before, even if it felt that same way, creates that space that you plugged into. So even if you're in that space, once you realize you're in that space, Lavender, do what you can to change it. Now I see the sunshine. Yes. To really be able to bring in the love. So, and all you're getting, get it, understanding. Don't stand under anything longer than you have to. You don't have to overstand it. You don't have to dominate it. Empathize with it, get to know it, experience it, be a part of it. And then you can see better. Where are you going? Only where you already are. So if you think you're sane in this world, and you haven't been affected, that's madness. Meaning that you have to be able to see how insane things are from the perspective of what we were taught, from where we were taught it, and then see how things actually are, to be able to see how insane it really is. Like, we perceive things upside down and backwards, just like we behave with the eyes. When we see things, we first see it upside down, and our mind flips it and turns it right side up with all the colors and the shapes and things like that. So much happens so quickly in an instant. How our processing is when we gather information from what we think we saw. And I remember studying in psychology about criminals, giving the description and how they can mess it up. And one of the things that comes into play is their biases, and also their exposure to things. Like, one of the things detectives learn is different ways to be able to identify things. You know, you train to be able to look at things, to be able to pick up information. We're not normally taught to establish that when we see things, you know. But we are taught to by and geared toward looking at things and perceiving things that will make us want to respond. React. We're not responding, we're not thinking. We're reacting off of not knowing our own natures. Okay, so period. All those insecurities and yucky things that I have inside that I need to work on daily, it's my shadow self. Anyway, I'm done. Much love to you and yours. Each one teach one. I use my experiences to be able to help others. This is truly embarrassing if I want to let my feelings come into play and my human side. But I'm here to learn how to transmute energy, basically my own as a result of my own decisions, my own as a result of my own family spiritual energy, my own as a result of things that I wanted to be able to achieve when I was here on the planet. Part of getting to know myself, and it is what it is. Part of me, who I am, is just wanting to stay close to what brings me joy. And what brings me joy is wanting to be helpful and healing and informative. And I'm just that girl who wants to be able to have the one, has the information to help you in the darkest and the worst times. I wanted that door open for myself. I wanted that door open for my children and my grandchildren. And in order to do that, I'm aware that I need to want that door open for you too. Because we don't do it alone. One tree does not make a forest. And you would still need a forest if you were by yourself in order to breathe. Yeah. You ever want somebody to do something for you? Somebody to sacrifice for you when you were little? Somebody to be fucking real in a world full of people that were behaving disgusting? And you realized where you were, and you looked up as a young adult and said, I must be in hell. Or a child, I must be in hell. When they beat you and they lied to you when they came in the room, did you say, I must be in hell? If you were hungry, if you were done wrong in some way, and you couldn't get any justice, that feeling doesn't go away as an adult. And as a ward of the state, people with social security numbers of the government is subjected to whatever they're telling us to do. Does it bring that feeling back for anybody? The helplessness, the despair? And the decisions that you made when you were there, to remember. Oh, if you could do anything to change that one moment if you weren't here. That's that real ish. That's the real ish. Oh, if I could only go back and do it one more time again. Oh, how it would change if I was a weasel. If I had me some flesh. Did my grandmother say that? Did my great-grandmother say that? Did they say, where is truth? Where is kindness? Where is love? Where is sacred? Can we have it in this life? Can we have heaven? Can we taste it here and now? As they looked across the field at trees and flowers and butterflies. we filled our eyes full of lies that that's not what we were looking at, was a piece of heaven, a piece of the Most High, a piece of the good stuff that we could take part in through our acknowledgement. The Most High is not in a book, although you may share the essence of the Most High in a book or in some knowledge and a degree and a stature and a name and a male form and a female one. It's only an echo. We're surrounded by it, in it. It sustains us, and this is what we are. This is what we're here to change. This is what we're here to see. My first love. So no matter where I go, even if you throw me off my axis, I mean, even if you move me out of position, I still got this. This is, I'm gonna go with me wherever I am. Wherever I am. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I am. Whoever I be, it's still gonna be thinking about being the next best me, standing next to you, so you can do that for me. And I know that's the way that we change this thing. Much love to you and yours. Siren Buddha Medicine, Regina's Rabbit Hole. Hope you use this for spiritual purposes and educational purposes. And if you're hurting, change the way you deal with it. Prepare. Reflect. I can't say enough about how I'm able to connect to that space, to just want to change that cursed, blasted energy with the light that I was given, even if I have to break it to make an impact. Family. Like your mother, sister's cousin, auntie, sometimes has to shake you. Probably shake each other. My spiritual family. Oh, you guys are powerful. That was my tummy. That's supposed to be the second brain. I was thinking about y'all. I'm doing better with the food. Okay. Coming back down to reality now. Okay, so moving along, even though I find this embarrassing and things that I have done have not been very economically sound so far, I did them because I knew that they would be spiritually needed and raw, and that we could actually use that when we come to talking about spiritual things and research purposes and being real and really wanting to tap into that on a deep basis, for real, not just put on the clothes and wave the incense around and read the books and say the words, but actually like to be able to actually be able to move those things and change them around. It's just awesome to know it's possible. It's freaking possible. Clarity. Just need clarity. Perception. Cleansing. Here he comes again. I'm talking. pacing back and forth outside the room, between the living room and the kitchen, seeking who he can devour. So if my daughter comes downstairs or if I come out of this room, you don't know what's going to happen. Could be another whole session like that over nothing. The courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm being humble and realizing that I'm still trying to figure some things out. It's okay, as long as I'm resting in the Most High. As long as I consider my ancestors, my children, my grandchildren. I mean, they're not mine, they're here. I'm honored with them being in alignment with me. I just want to be helpful. And it's been so hard just to be of assistance to myself as far as this living situation. I could study all kinds of information and be helpful on other levels and dimensions all day. But the spiritual energy that needs to be cleansed is a whole nother matter. But I like to think that this affects my mother and her mother, as well as my grandmother and her mother, and so on. And I pretty much have visuals of some of that. No, that's very helpful. Stay in alignment. Man, it's weird how a lot of the feelings for this taps directly into my childhood issues. Weird. But makes sense.